On June 28th or earlier, I was warning about how I was worried around the 5th of July. And that would be a big watch point, possibly hurricane or other crazy shit. And then you know what happened. And so on July 7th, then I was like, all right, I got to pick the next date to really be worried about. Something forming around the 16th ish. And Texas put you on alert, though that warning went to everybody in the Gulf. And hey, guess what? The Euro model is like, yeah, definitely, maybe, absolutely. All y'all should watch this shit. But it's putting it over here, right? But then today's icon, the 12Z, is putting it over here. And so, remember, with or without a hurricane or tropical storm or depression, you could still get like major hurricane type effects. Super heavy flooding rain, wind, hail, shit like that. So yeah. And tonight at like 9:30, Saturn's going retrograde. So technically from like now to for the next week, everybody's on full alert. You're welcome. And I'm all stressed out because 2025 has been beating my ass. And the Capricorn full moon, we just had beat my ass with a Durga amount of hands. That's that chick's name. All right, let's get into it. Technically, everybody's on like right now, today, flood watch, but definitely Texas and I think Florida and definitely Oklahoma. Flash flood watch. Get ready for rain, y'all. Reed Timmer. Live emergency update on the return of flood threat this weekend in Oklahoma and Texas. Flash flood warnings are ongoing this morning in the Tulsa area. The Texas and in DFW, we have flood watches up till 7 p.m. The Texas Hill Country could receive another 4 to 6 inches of rainfall over the next 48 hours. All right. So, yeah, definitely if you're in Texas or Oklahoma, I pay attention. Life can come at you real fast. The BAM weather people who have a bunch of customers who pay them, anyway, they are putting out BAM alerts to their paying customers for Indiana, Illinois. What state is AG? My brain is fried today. Is AG a mix of Arizona and Georgia? No, it just means agriculture. Sidebar, why is my For You tab on Twitter keep spamming me with the like, I'm never going to die guy? Brian Johnson, a millionaire out of Silicon Valley. Or everybody talking about Chat GPT 4, no, Grok 4, is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Sidebar. Wait, someone in Arizona died from the bubonic plague. Oh. On that note, I'm going to take this moment to say again that Thor News is having a fun fundraiser pretty much all of July because the world has my back up against the wall. So if you have enjoyed Thor News over the last 12 years, or just in anticipation of the awesome work I'm going to be doing this hurricane season, then you can make a contribution or donation to my PayPal or my Venmo. It would be super duper greatly appreciated. All right, what we're looking at here is the models. Well, Mike's weather page. Hey, remember pinball? Animated look at low pressure centers from the Euro and new Google AI Blue through next week. give idea mainly of future weather flow. So yeah, we're watching multiple models talk about what type of systems, tropical or whatnot, could be blowing through. And some are predicting that, like, yeah, we're going to get something. My gut was saying, Texas, we need to watch the hell out because Mother Nature operates in patterns. And so she's been picking on us. And so we better prepare for her to keep picking on us until she stops picking on us. Does that make any sense? I put out warnings before the horrible tragedy occur along the Guadalupe River based on Neptune going retrograde on the 3rd of July and then other shit going on with the planets. So I heavily warned about it in advance. And the best I can do is warn in advance. Right? All right. So we've been talking about the 16th. Hopefully I'll be totally wrong on this one. And the coming week will be like the greatest week anyone's ever had, and the weather will be perfect. But no, that's probably not going to happen. It's crazy shit. It's like the weather itself has just totally become unhinged and unpredictable. Asterisk, question mark. And then I know people are always like, hey, man, they're controlling the weather. What is your opinion on geoengineering? Well, I have many, many, many thoughts. Back in the day when I used to go live, I'd talk about that shit for hours. But then I would just get punished. I'm off course. See, my brain's a little burned out. All right. I'm showing up saying, hey, yeah, and Monday, Mike's weather page, excessive rainfall map bumped up for Monday here across the Florida Peninsula. Totals are all over the place, but yeah, Florida, you definitely have a reason to believe you could have some major, serious flooding coming on Monday. Sidebar, and I'm a little heartbroken. I really, 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 really wanted to go see Blackpink in Chicago, but that shit ain't gonna happen. So I just have to be really grateful. I got to see Olivia Rodrigo like a year ago in Austin. I had amazing seats, VIP, and she put on one of the most enjoyable concerts I've ever seen in my life. So thank you, Jesus. And Team Olivia. I get a little more stressed out when I'm broke. And I get a little more mouthy. Oh yeah, severe weather today. But look at all this green. And the heavy green is the areas we could be getting a lot of rain. I feel like my Canada coverage has gone down ever since the United States declared war on Canada. Or said, hey man, we're going to teabag you unless you become our 51st state. Or whatever. I don't know. There was like zero animosity between Canadians and Americans before this year, really. So everybody's adapting and adjusting to all the shit. Like, what? Saturn went into Aries, and the Neptune went into. Where did Neptune go? Aries. And then Uranus just went into Gemini. You had 3 of the outer planets switch signs, like last 2 or 3 months, which is pretty rare, respectively. So we're all adjusting and adapting to the new world we find ourselves in. Holy shit, it's not very fun. But damn, the richest people on the planet are really great about getting super richer. And they've got all these people on their Twitter who are like, man, this one mayor said that he doesn't think we should have billionaires. And nobody's going to get rid of the billionaires. But you got all these people who are like, what we really need is trillionaires. Let's do what we can to get like some of these billionaires to trillionaire status. Then they'll treat us better. Oh yeah, so that's the thing. So you got the one dude who's like, hey man, we're going to live forever, Brian Johnson. Yeah, right. Like even if they develop some pill or some thingy, you think the pharmaceutical industry and the are gonna be like, yeah, let's give this to everybody at a low price. So you got half the people all like, hey man, not half the people, but a lot of people being like, we're gonna live forever. And this is my whole thing with like the rapture. I don't want to piss rapture people off, but like Jesus died, I'm probably gonna have to die too. So I've never been into the rapture. It just sounds goofy to me. Um, so like when a Silicon Valley dude is like, yeah, man, I'm gonna cark my consciousness onto a floppy disk and then we're gonna upload it and I'm gonna live forever. Or with health advancements, they're gonna invent like Ozempic fraternity or some shit. I'm like, yeah, it sounds goofy. Anywho, but he's being spammed on my For You page. Uh, And then Elon's always like, we're all going to fucking Mars, man. Fuck yeah. That'll be the greatest idea, man. Mars, let's take all of our time and all of our energy. Let's spend like 4 or 5 years talking about fucking Epstein and Mars for 5 fucking years, nonstop, all the time. Let's spend all our energy and our emotions thinking about Mars and fucking Epstein, man. Yeah. My fucking stay cool, avoid World War III, tell jokes YouTube channel's been stuck in the mud. It's like 2018, 2019. Hey, what was it talking about? Doom so bad, big boobs are back. But you probably have to have at least 100 million to date a woman like that. Oh, did you see Superman when they were talking about the space harems? They're basically implying. We won't talk about that now. All right, so, but it's like the whole geoengineering thing. You know, people always want to talk about it, but it leads to other subjects. I don't want to get in trouble again. But it's like even like if like let's say you're a Republican or a Democrat. So like if they were geoengineering and Biden was president, why didn't he stop it? And then all the Trump and the Kennedy guy were like, yeah, we're gonna stop chemtrails, we're gonna stop geoengineering. But then everybody's like, oh, this was geoengineering. Or this is geoengineering. And so the same people who think like Trump is like the greatest human being ever that can do anything, is the most powerful man, everybody listens to him. And why is he letting weather warfare kick our ass and kill hundreds of Texans? You know, so I guess my overall point is that that's why I focus on the warnings. That helps getting people prepared, or at least knowing what may be coming down the pipe. Helps. Although my reach is limited, but I do like to believe that other people who have big channels watch my shit, and then it then streams into theirs. So, yeah, flash flood effect. Giant chunk of Texas, low and slight. Flash flooding potential. Part of the reason I gave Superman a 97 out of 100 is because he's a punk rock Superman. Kind of like Olivia Rodrigo's a rocker. I love rock and roll. I miss rock and roll. It's like they got rid of rock and roll, and then like Silicon Valley became the rock star. And they got rid of the fat funny people. You know what I'm saying? I know, and the whole thing where like all the people on the internet are like, we hate fat people. Well, it sounds like you are secretly working for the pharmaceutical people trying to push everybody to get on Ozempic. All right. And so I had walked 10,000 steps, and I still have. I'm on day like 113. But I lost like 40 pounds in 2.5 months. But then at some point I realized, holy shit, like some dude hit my car and his insurance won't pay for it. even though it's all his fault, and he was insured. They're like, what are you going to do about it? Just have a bunch of shit happen. So I was like, well, I'm going to be way too broke. I got to worry about paying rent and bills. There's no way I'll be able to go to Chicago. And the chances of them sending me a ticket and be like, yeah, we'll take care of you. We watched your channel. I mean, I don't know if they ever did. Anyway, so I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to get to see Blackpink. I really, 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 really wanted to see them with really great seats. But we don't always go for it. But Jenny was wearing my first name and middle name on her sweatshirt earlier. So Delusion of Grandeur, take it where you can. And you know how teamwork makes the dream work? It's so cool that the four ladies of Blackpink take turns daily being the most beautiful woman on the planet. Plus, you, of course, and Olivia Rodrigo. If there's one thing Earth has a lot of, it's extremely beautiful women. But like I was saying, in the post-cryptocurrency time, where dating has become way more transactional, yeah, you got to have heavy bank. But, you know, that's the whole thing is now they're like, yeah, if a guy's got billions of dollars and he wants to have 200 children and 50 baby mamas in his harem, that's totally fine. It's exactly what, you know, our conservative Christian moral values are totally behind that. Is this me crashing out? And then someone was saying that, hey, there's Jizo. ESO. And why, if X is going to be the everything all app, why is it so bad at video? Why does it reduce everything to like 20p or how many ever p's? All right, so I'm a Sagittarius sun, a Capricorn moon, Jenny of Blackpink, who wrote my favorite song of the year called Zen. I highly recommend you listen to it. Actually, her whole album is good. And she wrote another perfect song this year called Start a War. God, that song's so good. Anyway, so she's a Capricorn sun, Sagittarius moon. And I'm the flip side of that. I'm a Sagittarius sun, Capricorn moon. Hey, New York, it's going to be hot. So don't wear your mittens. And the next hurricane or storm will be named after Dexter, the serial killer who kills serial killers. At least that's what I heard. I never watched that show. I watched the movie Sinners. That was really, really good. Give that like a 97 as well. But you know what I tried to watch? I tried to watch Dune 2, and I think I only made it through like 15 minutes. I wrote like the dialogue on my phone because he was like, yo, the worm people are rats. We got to get the worms. We got to get the worm spice. Yo, the worms killed the rats. And this was like 10 minutes in. I'm like, A, this dialogue is horrible. And B, yo, there's like no humor on the planet. Who the fuck wants to live on a planet that doesn't have any sense of humor? Like nobody's ever laughing and having fun. Right? That sounds like Mars. And this whole thing, dude, it's like living on Mars where we're just fighting all the time and eating sand or whatever. The weather guy looks like something might try to form in the Gulf late next week. All models show an area of low pressure sliding across Florida and then into the Gulf. Too soon to know the exact strength and if any development even occurs. I'm going to say, dude, 2025 has just been a snafu bar. Situation normal, fucked up beyond all recognition. Hey, the president said use the F word all the time. Sometimes you just gotta use it. It's the only word that describes how foobar-y shit is. All right, so this is GFS, and it's been hitting, yeah, dude. And my guess is it's gonna spin over. It'll head to Texas. I don't know. Nobody knows. So it's best for everybody on the coast to be prepared. All right, so that's GFS. And that's the icon. But the latest icon, because this was a 6E. Let's flip a flop back. Yeah, that looks nasty, dude. And that's got that purple thing in it. So yeah, it looks like hurricane effects are coming to somebody with or without the hurricane. So buckle up. And the gem's like, oh, you fear monger, just trying to get attention. Not much is gonna happen. Why are you telling people about it? All right, I'm trying to be hilarious. Because I would guess being hilarious would help with my fundraiser. Hoping for a miracle. All right. But definitely take care of yourself, your family, your pets first. Dada Boo is delighted. Super shout out to Tammy. In case you happen to be listening. You are always awesome. Warning, you reveal that you are determined to go on any whatever. Okay. And Dada Boo's awesome. You should have multiple sources, they trust for like hurricane stuff or whatever, weather. And so yeah, it's like he's showing the hurricane peak season and shit. And so we're here. We still got a long way to go. And we've already lost over 100 people have died due to weather, hurricane season. I'm counting. It was Barry. It's part of Barry. They say that caused it. So yeah, we're already behind the 8 ball, and it's barely even started, man. And out of all the focus that Elon and Trump have done, for whatever reason, they cut some of the National Weather Service shit, and which I was not a fan of. Not a fan of. I'm just saying. And then now it's like the models don't even work very well. So you just gotta guess and pay attention to the weather. Oh yeah, and this morning, Trump was like, because of the fact that Rosie O'Donnell is not in the best interest of our great country, I'm giving serious consideration to taking away her citizenship. She is a threat to humanity and should remain in the wonderful country of Ireland. If they want her, God bless America. And so, yeah, at no point in time do I want you to think that I'm criticizing the dude. Or Elon. Or any of the Silicon Valley guys. They could deport you, or worse. They could take nanobots, put them in your dick hole. So it's like you got a hurricane, Cat 5 hurricane in your dick hole that from nanobots. I forget. Oh, man. I forget when I tell jokes like this. Sometimes I get suspended by Google. Remember, YouTube. I got suspended twice by YouTube for telling COVID jokes. All right. Yeah, and back then, YouTubing was my only job. And there was a period where they were like, yeah, dude, we didn't like your COVID joke, misinformation. So you're suspended for a week. If you do that shit again, we'll take your channel away. I was like, oh, man. I really think I hit the nail on the head. Yeah, the nanobots, man. One day, maybe, if I do go live and we start pretending it was like 2019 again. I got a lot of theories, a lot of thoughts, man. But yeah. But no. Yeah, so, But definitely don't focus on the Epstein shit. I don't know. I'm just saying, but either way, like, what are you going to do about that situation? Specifically, what can you do? Like, for example, me telling you that, like, oh, this area might get hit by a hurricane. And then if a hurricane comes, you can get the fuck out the way. You can put your pets and your family in a van and you can go north. You can go to like campgrounds. You can avoid that shit. But like, there ain't shit I could do about the Epstein situation. There probably ain't shit you could do either. So I don't know why the fuck everybody talks about it 24/7 for 5 fucking years straight, man. And then, like, for whatever reason, in support of Blackpink, Twitter is posting picture of big boobs, which I'm totally okay with. This is a trend I can live with. Yo, and Tronado, yo, en Trondo, X, en este momento. Great. Now some people are going to be like, he spoke Spanish. I'm unsubscribing. And if that's the case, I wish you well in all your endeavors. If you want to come back, I'll still be here, hopefully. But if somehow I die, I did my best. I made mistakes. But I gave it my all. And I may never get to touch boobs again. That is a sad thought. I don't want to be sad today. It's Saturday. My standards are too high. So I'm like a 5 trying to get a 10. Physical looks. Inside, I'm like a 9.5. My heart, my soul, my sense of humor, my personality. Something good will happen to you today. Yeah, I hope something good happens to y'all today. Yeah, they want you to know Blackpink's song Jump is #1 on US iTunes. And their Los Angeles concert is tonight and the night after, I think. And then they go to Chicago. And then, like, okay, so Elon came out with Grok 4, which is like part of his X facing AI or whatever. And then all of his buddies who are always pushing his stuff are like, all right, so it's $300 a month. But when he drops it from $300 a month to like $10 a month, man, he's going to rule the world. And I was trying to think, man, when was the last time I remember something that cost $300 came down in price? I don't know, maybe VCR players. Okay, Mario. Do you know Mario lives in Saudi Arabia or Dubai? Anyway, and he's like the #1 American news guy on X, where he gives America all it takes. Japan built a device that bottles sunlight and beams it into your face. Huh. I'm sure that's expensive. Yeah, anonymous women on the internet are asking y'all to stream Jump. And I'm asking for you to contribute or donate to Door News if you can. So it's like everybody's asking you for something. You got to be frustrated, right? And the vampires are like, well, how did he get in? And then she's like, well, he's here because he's family. And then Patrick Bear's like, I will drive a stake through every one of you vampire motherfuckers' hearts. Bring it on. Oh my God. These two guys look like perfect strangers. Okay, you definitely have to be over 40 to get that joke because they were on a sitcom called Perfect Strangers. And the guy on the right was a sheep herder, if I remember correctly. And the guy on the left was an intellectual. Which he played that role in Succession. I rewatched Succession a week ago. By the way, I binged it. Fascinating show. Did you watch it? Super fascinating show. Um, economy, the stock markets are all-time highs. When I put $30 of gas in my car yesterday. I was say I filled up, but I only put 10 gallons, and I knew that it was $3 a gallon because $30 got me 10 gallons. So yeah, it's $3 gas, $3. The stock market's high, all-time high. Bitcoin is at all-time highs. It was got up to like 118,000. Bitcoin got so high that Barbie got type 1 diabetes. But, now people are outraged because Barbie's insulin is so high. You don't want Barbie to die, do you? This video is 30 minutes. There are just times where my For You tab on Twitter, or X, as some of y'all call it, starts acting really weird. Like it'll just spam. Oh no, it just froze. My whole screen just froze. Sometimes it spams me Taylor Swift lyrics. That means this video's over. I hope you have a super day, man. I hope you have a great day, great night, great weekend. And if you drag down here, flood watch starts soon. So that's what this video is about. Like, weather's been crazy, and my screen is stuck. Like, I can't. All right. So I hope you have a great weekend. Weather's crazy. Watch your six. Then, yeah, watch for possible hurricane or hurricane-like effects around the 16th. Could be a few days after or so. Yeah, Texas, watch out, but on the Gulf Coast, yeah, it's stuck. All right. Have a great day for me, and then hopefully I can vicariously live through you. God bless everyone. And if I say anything stupid or that upsets somebody, I'm a dumbass. Please forgive me. All right. Stay cool. God bless everyone. And thank you, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and God. Plus, Olivia Rodrigo and the lovely ladies of Blackpink. Whoa, it unstuck. And no, I'm not putting Olivia Rodrigo on the same level of God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit. She's got a great voice, though. Oh, another thing. Jupiter's been stuck behind the sun, so you can't see Jupiter in the sky. Can someone redraw this? But Superman getting hit by sun rays? There you go. So Jupiter won't be from behind the sun to where its light will hit Earth. Jovian light will hit Earth, hit us, till, I don't know, like another week. Could be to the end of the month. And so I'm going to need all the help I can get. I guess that's what and, hopefully maybe then things will get better. That's an important point. But yeah, Superman was great. Although Crypto, Metamorpho, and Mr. Terrific kind of stole the show, and Guy Gardner kind of stole the show. I don't know. Everybody did great. I really enjoyed it. Back streets, back. All right. Stay cool. God bless everyone. Talk to y'all soon. Have some fun.